Hey guys, Liquid here, and welcome to Let's Play Spider-Man 3 for the PS2. This is a bonus video after I've completed the game, where we'll be looking at some interesting little merchandise, including the game case here. This is the same game case that I got, back in the day when I originally, got the game after seeing the movie. So I'm gonna open it up, and you might be kind of surprised to see what I have in here. And, use two hands. This thing will open. There we go. So we have, the manual, and this little top 10 cover booklet, and I also have the case for the disc for iNinja in here, because this was the last game that I had in my PS2, because I did a let's play of that a while back. And I'm the type of person that, instead of going and finding the actual case for a game, I'll just kind of put it in the nearest case, or whatever, which I didn't used to be the type of person to do that, but, as we get older, we get lazier. And I know some people do really hate that, so I apologize. But let's, for the time being, look at you here. The top 10 covers, compliments of, can't really read that, Target, oh, that's the Target logo, not for resale. Also has this little cute thing that's upside down. There's a calling all Spider-Man fans, drop by target.com/Spider-Man3, which does not work any longer, sadly. So let's see what we got in here. So honestly, I don't really, I'm not the type of person that, like, my understanding of the comics is kind of, rudimentary, so I don't really know much about, the covers and whatnot. Tom Brevoort, Marvel Comics executive editor. One of the things I like about Spider-Man is that the iconography of the character is so strong that you don't even need to see him clearly on a cover in order for him to have an impact, as represented by the spider signal on the Basic Spider-Man number 22. What a cute little thing. Another big one from Mighty Marvel. I'm trying to like read this through my phone screen, so it's kind of hard to look sometimes. New thrills, new villains, new surprises, Spidey battles, the clown, what? Say? The clown and his masters of menace. Okay. Peter David. I know Peter David is a name I'm pretty sure I'm familiar with. Comic writer and novelist. I have personal fondness for the cover of Amazing Spider-Man 39 that has the Green Goblin flying through the air, hauling an unmasked Spider-Man with him. What a nice little thing. And I apologize for the weird looking floor. I'm doing this basically in like a room, the only room I have, like, 'cause there's very little like space on my actual desk, and I kind of feel kind of weird about people. I have a weird kind of privacy of just like showing my desk and its deskiness. Tom DeFalco says, comic writer, former Marvel editor-in-chief, Amazing Spider-Man 229. Nothing can stop the Juggernaut. This cover fully portrays the true spirit of Spider-Man as a hero who never quits, never surrenders, as he tries to save an innocent woman while an unstoppable monster looms behind him. Innocent? Who is? Is that just random? Is that really just some random woman? It looks kind of like it's like Madam Web, Aunt May or something. Nothing can stop the Juggernaut. Cloaked in darkness, Spidey faces the mystifying menace of the Molten Man. Also in this landmark issue, you won't want to miss Peter Parker's graduation. That's kind of cool. Klaus Jansen says, comic writer and artist. The first cover that popped into my head was Amazing Spider-Man 28. The initial appearance of the Molten Man. Steve Ditko has always... the initial appearance of the Molten Man. Steve Ditko has always been an influence on my own work. He was a terrific and unique artist, but seemed to truly excel when the occasion called for a moody scene. As a burgeoning artist, I was fascinated by Ditko's ability to suggest an entire body yet still use a silhouette against a black background. The inking, man, excuse me. I'm looking through all this on my phone screen. I can't really see the punctuation in my defense. The inking used on the Molten Man made him shimmer in the dark. This cover was an early example of Ditko's mastery of mood and lighting. A great cover by a great artist. Aww. Chairman Emeritus of Marvel Comics and co-creator of Spider-Man, Stan Lee. The Amazing Spider-Man 50 is my all-time favorite Spider-Man cover because it's dramatic, beautifully drawn, looks like a movie poster, and at the time was a totally original layout, resembling no other comic book cover that I'd ever been aware of. Excelsior. Spider-Man No More. Very nice. Rest in peace, Stan Lee, and also probably some of the other people mentioned here that are probably possibly not with us anymore. Jeff Loeb, comic and television writer, says Spider-Man Blue 2 and 3. Tim Sale captures the beauty and overwhelming love that Peter has for both his girlfriends in the nostalgic and still relevant depiction of Spider-Man's greatest weakness, that he will always put his friends and family over all else, including his own life. That's honestly, of all the ones I've seen here, this certainly sticks out among the other ones that were featured. I'm guessing this is much more new, perhaps, much more modern. And that, still have some more. Big Pages Annual, The Sinister Six, something. Featuring Spidey's biggest, longest, greatest battle as he attacks the Sinister Six with a galaxy of the most gold-darned guest stars that you can shake a web at. What? Jam-packed with special surprise features. I almost read that as surprise flatulence, I'm not gonna lie. Ralph Macchio. What? I'm gonna guess that's a different guy from the Karate Kid guy. Marvel Comics senior editor. Amazing Spider-Man Annual #1 with cover by Steve Ditko. It was just so cool to see Spidey hanging from a web on the side of the cover, ready to face off against the Sinister Six. Each of these baddies had given the web spinner a tough time on their own, but collectively, wow. And because it was Stan and Steve, the story more than lived up to my expectations. A nice little cover. Joe Quesada. Oh, I am familiar with him. I think when I was I remember around this time, definitely hearing a lot of negative stuff about this guy, because I think he was behind a lot of I really don't know too much about the comics, to be honest, but I do know that this guy was behind a lot of kind of infamous storylines, what was it, One Way Home or something. I think Another Day or something like that. Comic creator and Marvel Comics editor-in-chief. Amazing Spider-Man 90 is just one of those covers that always appeals to me because of its intense point of view and warping of perspective for dramatic effect. Add to that what add to that the fact that you can feel the weight of the body in Spidey's arms, and metaphorically the burden of what he's going through. Just wow. Spider-Man, killer. At first, I actually thought that the guy he's holding was like clothing. I thought like Spider-Man was kind of wrapped in like a green robe, like it looked kind of like a medieval like robe or something. Spider-Man did it. It's all his fault. He's a murderer. Oh well. Okay, this might be the last. Yep. Spidey Strikes Back. An adventure of most compelling excellence, brimming with such great stars as Human Torch, the Sandman, and the Evil Enforcers. Flo Steinberg, Marvel proofreader and original member of the Marvel bullpen. Amazing Spider-Man number 19 is a vibrant cover. It's full of movement and velocity. It's cool because Spidey is coming right toward you. So visual and 3D. Roy Thomas, Marvel writer and former editor-in-chief. 101. I'm probably prejudiced because this was the first issue of Amazing Spider-Man that I wrote. The first written by anyone besides Stan Lee, in fact. And I got to work with Gil Kane and helped create the first Marvel vampire hero. Oh wow. A monster called Morbius. It's Morbin time. Fool. It will take more than the freak with 6 arms to stop a vampire. How interesting. That's actually some interesting trivia that it was the first that Stan Lee didn't write. So that was interesting. But that's not all I've got, folks. I've also got... I think I mentioned... I alluded to having this in the Let's Play. But I have some actual... I have these Slurpee cups that were released during the time of Spider-Man 3's, coming out, or I don't know, like in the promotion cycle, as you could say, and they're all like this, this kind of holographic thing, or whatever. It's pretty cool. And I do gotta say, there is still various residue in there, which is kind of gross, but they've been kind of like in kind of like a box all these years, so I doubt that it's necessarily going to hurt anything, but that is kind of weird. Here's Sandman, very nice. I'm trying to tell, is it 2 images or 3? I have him there. Ooh, I think that's 2 images. It's very interesting. Gosh, I have no idea how this works, but it's pretty cool. And here actually, you can see she has like a custom cover with a little spider there. This is Le Venom. Very, very cool looking. Like, you really don't ever get a really good look at him in the movie. Like there's really, I think, maybe 2 shots in the movie that I can think that you really see, Venom was looking kind of venomy. Venom, Spider-Man 3 in theaters, May 4th, 2007. Did I had my headphone just fell out. Yeah, okay, so I was wondering if I couldn't remember if Sandman's thing had Sandman on it, but the words Sandman on it, but it does. And then last but not least, we have this is actually Spider-Man himself. Okay. I guess maybe I don't have I'm pretty sure they did have another one for the New Goblin, as they call him. Here we have, black to red suit. Very interesting. But that's I just wanted to kind of show that stuff off, folks. Oh, actually, I actually completely stupid. I had actually brought my a little book weight here. So I had the idea in my mind that I was gonna kind of like do something like this and like talk over. It would be way more difficult to actually incorporate that. But hopefully you enjoyed. That's that's been a little bonus episode, and I guess officially the final part of this Let's Play. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. I'm not sure what I'll do next. Hopefully I'll get to something. I will say that I did get a new graphics card. I alluded to that in one of the final parts, I think. So I can run certain games very well now. And who knows what will happen. But also don't be surprised if it's if I randomly do Rugrats Go Wild on the GBA, which that's actually not a joke. That is the game that it's I really enjoyed back in the day, and so I do want to let's play it sometime. But hope you guys enjoyed, and until next time, liquid out.